Becoming the parent you needed as a child. Have you ever heard yourself say something to your kids and suddenly thought, oh no, that sounded exactly like my mum or dad? Yep, that moment hits hard. It's like your childhood jumps out of a dusty box in the attic and lands right in the middle of your living room. And suddenly, you're not just parenting your child, you're face to face with the younger version of you who never forgot what it felt like. If you've ever wished you could break old patterns and become the parent you needed when you were little, this video is your warm invitation to start that journey. Today, we're diving into what it really means to become the parent you needed as a child, without perfection, without shame, and without needing a psychology degree. We'll talk about unmet childhood needs, spotting your triggers, reparenting yourself, breaking cycles, boundaries, therapy, and emotional intelligence. But most importantly, how healing yourself creates a safer, softer space for your own children. So grab a tea, get comfy, and let's unpack this invisible backpack we all carry from childhood. Hey guys, welcome back to Her Sphere. I'm so glad to have you here. Please can you like the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. And let's get straight into the video. What does becoming the parent you needed actually mean? Let's strip away the therapy buzzwords. Becoming the parent you needed simply means looking at what you missed growing up and choosing to give that to yourself and your kids now. Maybe you needed validation, emotional safety, or consistency. Maybe you needed boundaries that made sense, not fear-based rules. It's not about blaming your parents. Most did the best they could. It's about acknowledging what was missing so you can choose differently. This is where your power and your healing truly begins. Identifying your unmet childhood needs. Let's be honest, some of us buried our childhood stuff so deep we'd need an archaeologist to dig it up. But here's your compass, your triggers. Every time your child melts down and you feel rage or overwhelm bubbling up, that's information. It's rarely about the spilled juice. It's about the part of you that wasn't allowed to have big feelings. Ask yourself, what situations trigger me most? What did I long for as a child? What messages did I internalize? Let the answers surface without judgment. This is healing, not self-blame. Actionable reparenting steps. Self-compassion and needs. Here's the big truth. You can't give your children something you've never experienced yourself. Reparenting starts with you. Give yourself compassion, real compassion. Not excuses, just gentleness. Meet your own needs. Play, rest, quiet time, encouragement. Challenge the inner critic that says you're not good enough. And strengthen the new neural pathways you're building every time you respond calmly instead of reactively. This work might feel awkward at first, like writing with your non-dominant hand. But every time you try, you're teaching your brain a new way. Breaking the cycle, the stop method. The scariest moment is when you realize you've just repeated the exact behavior you swore you never would. But cycle breaking doesn't start with perfection, it starts with a pause. Use the stop method. S, stop. T, take a breath. O, observe what you're feeling. P, proceed mindfully. Between stimulus and response is your power. That tiny space is where you choose differently from your values, not your wounds. Setting healthy boundaries when you never learned them. If you grew up with either zero boundaries or way too rigid ones, Setting healthy boundaries now can feel terrifying. But here's the warm truth. Boundaries aren't punishments, they're protection. They're not about control, they're about teaching. Healthy boundaries sound like, we don't hit because it hurts people. You can feel angry, but you can't hurt others. It's firm but loving. And yes, your child might push back, but being a loving leader means holding steady even when it's uncomfortable. The role of therapy, why it helps. Let's talk therapy, because no, it's not a luxury. If you're healing unresolved childhood wounds while raising kids, therapy is like having a guide who's been through the jungle before. It helps you spot patterns, process grief, challenge old beliefs, and rebuild healthier ones. Types like EMDR, IFS, CBT, and attachment-focused therapy can be life-changing. Going to therapy doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're brave enough to stop passing down pain and start passing down healing. Building emotional intelligence in yourself and your kids. If your parents couldn't name their emotions, they couldn't teach you to name yours. But guess what? You can teach your kids and yourself now. Start by naming your feelings. I'm overwhelmed, or I'm disappointed. Help your kids name theirs too. Validate before correcting. And create a home where emotions aren't good or bad. They're just information. Your kids won't grow up emotionless. They'll grow up emotionally literate. Can reparenting break generational trauma? Short answer, yes, but not perfectly. Healing generational patterns is like steering a ship. You don't turn it instantly, you shift it degree by degree. Every time you pause, apologize, repair, or choose differently, that's cycle breaking. You're showing your kids that mistakes aren't failures, they're opportunities to reconnect and grow. Your goal isn't to be perfect, it's to be more conscious than the generation before you. And that, honestly, is enough. Coping with parental guilt. Ah, the guilt. The unwanted souvenir from your childhood. But here's something wrong and true. The fact that you're even thinking about this already means you're doing better than you think. The parents who cause the deepest wounds are usually the ones who insist they have nothing to heal. So reframe the guilt. I'm healing, and that healing is helping my family. You're not late, you're right on time. Final thought, the beautiful, messy truth. Becoming the parent you needed isn't a finish line, it's a practice. Some days you'll show up with patience you never had growing up. Other days you'll fall straight into old patterns, and that's okay. Truly, your children don't need a perfect parent, they need a growing one. Someone who apologizes, tries again, and keeps choosing love, even when the past tries to pull you back. You're breaking cycles simply by choosing to do better today than you did yesterday. If this video spoke to your heart, let me know in the comments. What unmet need from your childhood are you ready to address first? And if you want more warm, real, and healing-centered parenting content, hit like, subscribe, and share this with another parent who might need it today. We're breaking cycles together, one imperfect, courageous day at a time. To learn more about this topic, check out the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.